video. We've been dealing with all this harassment, all these threats, all this crap around our house for years. It stemmed from this lawsuit that we was in. Now had come to, we realized this, we had been recording that every time we go out and we do the person was taunting us. When we would be on our way back home, we would grab something to eat, like most people do, right? So the person knew that we was on our way home. And it dawned on us that this person have access to our credit card, is using our credit card to track us. Because, of course, you use your credit card. But they would wait until, it don't matter what we do all day long, but they wait till we get ready to eat, and they see that we make a charge. If we make a charge at, say, 701, 702, or 703, it's a vehicle right around our property. And it kept happening. We kept tracking it. We kept recording it. And we realized that they was watching, they was spying on our credit card use. Now, how in the hell can a stalker get that information? I'll tell you how they can get that information. It has to come from a judge, and it has to be a chief judge that do something like that. But now, they got to have valid reasons to have you under an investigation. Why am I under an investigation? Why is my wife under an investigation? You tell me. Huh? Why would we be? Now, you see, we got all these people coming to our house, pretending to be postal inspectors and federal agents and all this crap here, right? Right? So you see, someone is running a scam on us, right? We're being involved in a scam. So now click this order, because someone have gave this insurance company, because it's an insurance company that's behind this shit, okay? Someone have gave this insurance company the authority to track us illegally. That have to come from a judge. Can't no one else do this. That insurance company don't have the power. I don't care how much money they have. They don't have the power to track you illegally without the help of a judge or court. Now, who in the hell have granted something like this on a fraudulent case like this here? We got an attorney running around talking about he got a valid judgment. And let me tell you, in the state of Georgia, the law say an attorney shall have an attorney lien in order to get a judgment from a judge. Shall means must. Shall, in the legal definition, means must. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. Must have an attorney lien. So you have to have a lien on some money. Like, let me tell you what. If you got a lien on money, guess what? We wouldn't be in court with you. You wouldn't be pursuing us, because we would be pursuing you, because you would have our money, and we would be saying you got our money illegally and we want our money back, right? So we know you don't. This attorney come from a federal court, come to a state court claiming that he have a breach of contract, a contract that he walked away from now in the federal court, a contract that he said, I am no longer going to be your attorney, I'm walking away from. And he talking about a 2-month contract. And he come back in a federal court years later claiming that he's old. Now, my business, now this is how this all play into this illegal surveillance stuff. We already told our neighbor that we are sure that his camera's being used, right? I'm pretty sure your camera's being used as an illegal surveillance hub in my subdivision. It's been used for people to do illegal activity. We've been illegally tracked. There's nothing. We haven't done anything to be under any investigation. What we have done was become whistleblowers, and we're being harassed. Now, when the judge that gave this attorney what he called a valid judgment. When we became in that court, this judge was not a chief judge. But later on, this judge became the chief judge. But now this judge was voted out. He lost his bid. Judge Reuben Green lost his bid. Now, I don't know what's going on, but something's going on here in Cobb County against us. And whatever it is, it's illegal. Because we haven't done nothing but worked hard and paid our taxes. And now all of a sudden we're getting all this harassment. We got people we got this man coming to our house pretending to be a mail carrier, giving us mail that's demanding money from us. That's what this is. So we've been extorted on. We have to pay money for some reason. This attorney went in his court claiming we owe all this money, and it's not true. We don't owe this attorney one penny. I think you're watching my house. I think you're spying on my house. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. This is some person that lives nearby that's running through here jogging. And this was the day before the person that claimed to be a U.S. postal inspector, and come to find out he's a fraud. Cobb County, here we are in Cobb County again. Cobb County police have identified this person as a fraud. Now, we don't know what Cobb County have done. Their job is to take that information and turn it over to the feds, and it's the feds' job to come and make some arrests. That's what their job is here. So what's going on here? We ain't heard no information. This lady here is a neighbor. Walking by my camera the day before that man came here to my house, I put a camera out in the yard near my mailbox. This lady walks by saying mailbox. Looking at my neighbor camera as she said. Staring into his camera as she said. As if with a Bluetooth on, she's communicating with someone using my neighbor camera. So we're being surveillance. Our own neighborhood, in our own neighborhood, we're being surveillance. Who gave the order, the illegal order, to do such a thing? Who? Because it's illegal. You have no rights to violate our space. We haven't done anything. We're not under any investigation. There's no legal investigation. It's illegal. It's illegal. Is what's going on here. This is an illegal crime being done to us. We have been violated you can't be violated. We have been violated to the utmost, my family. All because we reported a fraud crime, a scheme. This attorney got caught in, and now all hell have broke loose. All hell have broke loose. I'm talking about, like going as far, we go to the park, we being stalked there. We go to the mall, we being stalked there. We go to the store, we being stalked there. Everywhere we go. That's because we are being highly surveillance. They have gave them the right to surveillance our phones, our credit card use, our at home. They're using neighbors' videos, cameras to stalk us. They're using it, and it ain't because they're trying to do to something we done, right? Because we involved in something. No, it's being used to threaten, harass, and stalk us, and taunt us. Some judge have gave these people an illegal right to do this. That's a neighbor. That's a neighbor walking around our house saying that. On the day the morning of that man coming to our property. This man had been identified by Cobb County themselves as a man wearing a fake ID. His truck disappeared. My wife was there by herself. She called me and said, hey, look, I'm down the street. I'm calling the police. He's calling the police. Come down. She took a Photoshop this truck here. These two guys standing there talking to each other. The one who's calling himself Clyde Cooper Jr. and this guy here.
Let me get a photo of that so I can look. And you have the photo of the other one, so I can look it up.
The other guy?
Why do you need the photo of the other guy? You should be able to go to your records, sir, and identify who you said. You should be able to go to his investigation. Postal investigation.
I'm not matching up with what you have.
What you should be doing is saying who is driving around and who was at that scene from who was there. Because you had two drivers that were there.
I believe it was Mr. Cooper because he told me about that incident.
Yeah, okay, Mr. Cooper.
And the reason what my wife was talking about, at that scene, right before this guy called Cobb County Police, there was two trucks there. One that we strongly believe was the real Mr. Cooper there, and this imposter calling 911, sitting there together. Now, look at how we're being framed. Look at how we're being framed. We're being framed. Out here in Cobb County, we're being framed. We can't get no help. You see, the police have identified. Look at the police, what they said about this man. Now, you tell me what have they done. Look at the police. Look at Cobb County Police. I'm fed up this shit, man. Look at what Cobb County have said about this man. Now, you tell me what's going on. Look at what Cobb County have said about this man right here. We got a man next door claiming the deal, special agent. He claimed he know everything. He know the people that's chasing me. He know the large insurance company that's doing it. And he know the person by the name of Crystal that's behind, that's doing the work for them. When my property was shot, the Cobb County Police here again. They keep coming around my house. They keep having a reason to be around my house. Cobb County is here again. And when they hear, right, I'm telling them about these shots from my property, and the neighbor is screaming out, did you tell them about Crystal George? Tell them about Crystal. Now, where's that? Did anybody follow up on that? Did anyone follow up on that? Look at this here. This is what one of Cobb County police officer have said about this man. What we want to know, what have they done to escalate this to the property authorities? Listen to this is what he said about the man who's delivering mail for over 3 years. He's delivering all this court mail to us. All of this court mail this man is delivering to us are fraud. Listen to what he said. This man is delivering mail illegally. Riding around in a U.S. postal truck. And he's a fraud. Listen now.
This could be a potential violation of company policy. We don't enforce company policy at a post office. We'll do a report saying that this person could be a part of an elaborate fraud scheme. He's delivering mail illegally in a U.S. postal truck and wearing a false ID of a white guy when he's a black guy. All right. That makes sense to everything I just said.
Now, you hear what Officer Thompson said about this man, right? Now, this the man that's claiming he's a postal inspector. He's claiming he made claims that he come here, put a whole act together. So, yeah, he's pretending to be a damn postal inspector, right? He come to my house and put a whole act together. Found this man. He come to my house and put a whole act together. Listen now, I give him every opportunity to come clean and just walk away. But he goes through it. We know where he work at. He worked for the Atlanta airport. So it ain't hard for the feds to go right there and capture him. What have Cobb County done about this? Listen.
So you believe that something like that isn't Clark?
So that's the wrong video. But anyway, he's standing here pretending that he's a postal inspector.
What I can tell, at least from right
right now.
Look at all the stuff. Look at all the conversation you're having with us.
You disagree.
Which to me it sounds like what you said is that Clark Cooper's an employee. We know Clark Cooper's an
And I
employee.
believe he's the employee that you've had issues with.
But you can't see the picture clear, and you can't see the picture clear, and you can't understand that something's blacked out. So we don't know how you took that picture.
This man is not a postal inspector. He's an imposter, a fraud. Cobb County is aware that this man is a fraud. They are aware that there's a fraud been done to us with the mail system.
So how are you?
Cobb County is aware that these people are coming to our house impersonating to be federal agents. Cobb County have the information, and they have a job to do. They also have a job to do. They also have a job to do. Look at this man running around in a mail truck. He delivering that day, that particular day on this video is when I first realized what this man was doing. He's delivering mail from the U.S. court. I'm sorry, not U.S. court. He's delivering mail from the Georgia Supreme Court, unscanned. And I'm asking him, how did he get it? And the reason I know it's unscanned is because we have we sign up to get a notification of every piece of mail that's coming our way every day. That particular day, I'm out doing yard work. He bring the mail, smiling and grinning at me, right? He got this distinct smile and grin that he do every time I see him, right? Cheesy looking, right? And he come bringing this mail to me. And when I open the mailbox, I'm down doing yard work, and I open the mailbox, and he got all this mail neatly stacked. And the mail from the court is under the bottom. That's like he's trying to hide it. That's the last. He got all these flyers and all this bull. He done put a lot of crap in my mailbox, along with other mail. And then he got this wrapped up under that flyers. It's mail from the U.S., the Georgia Supreme Court. And I open it, I look at it, and I say, hey, sir, before you pull off, let me ask you a question. How did this get in here? Because it don't show that it was supposed to be delivered today. Oh, go to my postmaster if you got a problem. Postmaster, come to turn out, he ain't no real mail carrier. This man is delivering mail from the court illegally. We're being scammed. We're being scammed. And now we have come to the conclusion to realize that not only are we being stopped from our property, we're being stopped when we leave our house. Because someone is using our credit card and our phones is tapped. They have tapped our phones. So to get that, it takes a judge to give an order like that. You can't just go out and get that from a phone company. You got to present an order. So now we got all these other orders in the court where attorney is in there talking about he got a valid judgment and he don't have a lien. So if you got a judgment, that means there's an order put in the court that's claiming that you got a lien. I mean, you got a judgment, but you have a judgment without a lien. In Georgia, I just told you the law. No ifs, ands, or buts. Every attorney that comes along and get a judgment shall must have a attorney lien. You have to have something to lien to get a judgment. What do you have to lien? Money? Property? What do you have that you're leaning? If you don't have something to lien, that means you don't have any basis to be in the court. That's what it means. It means the judge have no jurisdiction over you. The judge shouldn't entertain anything this attorney is saying. That's what it legally means. So if someone do it anyway, that means they're doing something against the Georgia law. So if they're doing that, what else are they doing? This is what they said about the man who claimed to be a postal inspector. This Cobb County again. What have they done to progress this information they have? And for the public. Not just the Matthews, but for the public safety. This man running around, this a I want my wife to call me and video this. course it's not the same guy. But this is the bad shit. He had an ID, actually. And then he's standing here talking to him saying he's a postal inspector. But this is his picture. He's saying this is the same person. Yeah, it's not the same guy. That guy looks kind of Hispanic, and that guy looks more straight up white. Yeah. All right. Let me get you a case number now. So what's supposed to happen with this information? They're supposed to take this information straight to the feds and report this man, because not only that, they escort the man to our property. Now, sometimes they done got duped by this man as well. It ain't just us who he came here and run a scheme on. He run a scheme on Cobb County Police. He had them believe that he were a real postal inspector. Now, you just see the Cobb County themselves have identified the man wearing a fake ID. Something got to happen, right? Something has to happen. And we got to get into why is there someone running around here pretending that they got a valid reason to have an order, a secret order on us to be able to spy on us, have neighbors spy on us, use neighbors' videos, have our us being tracked by credit cards and our phones tapped. We got to find that out, right? There's a lot going on. This case is huge. It's major.